Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's broadcast. We've got the Badin Rams going up against the Northwest Knights. So some interconference play here. We got some GCL. We got some Southwest Ohio. Patrick, what should we be looking out for tonight in tonight's matchup?
You know, we got two really good teams coming in here, and both teams coming off wins in the past. McNick was Badin's win in the past week. Northwest coming off a win against Taylor High School. Both teams having very solid years. Northwest tied for first in the Southwest Ohio Conference. Badin, sixth place in the GCL, but coming off a win in the conference. We will have a great matchup on our hands. Matchup I really want to look out for, Mr. Stewart. Braden Miller versus Grant Wisman. Battle of the Bigs tonight. Braden Miller, leading scorer for the Knights, averaging 11 points a game. And Grant Wisman, second leading scorer for the Rams, averaging 7 and 7 for the Rams. That's a matchup I want to look out for. We're going to have a great ball game on our hands tonight.
Sounds great. What do you think Wisman has to do tonight to be able to get the upper hand on Braden Miller?
You know, Braden, he's a guy that really shoots the three ball well, shooting 35% from behind the arc. But he's also a big body. He's 6'7", both bigs, 6'7" tonight, both lengthy, but not the traditional big that we've seen in the past from Northwest or Badin. So I think tonight it's really going to be a battle between jump shots for the bigs. I think we're not going to see a lot of back to the basket basketball tonight from either of those.
Awesome. Now, past couple games, we've seen the emergence of a couple sophomores that have helped lead Badin, especially in that last win against McNick. Cooper Alice and Nathan Lindesmith. What can we expect from them tonight?
You know, I don't really know from these two. I mean, two sophomores, both come off 19-point games against McNick and really leading the way for the Rams in that win. I think it'll be very interesting to see if the Rams can get them involved early like they did against McNick. And if they do, I think they're going to have a very good chance to win this ball game tonight.
All right, and both of them in the starting lineup tonight, so we should find out sooner or later the impact they're going to have. Looks like we're about ready for lineup, so we'll hand things over to our PA announcer for tonight, Mr. Dirk Allen.
Varsity basketball tonight. The Knights of Northwest High School and your Badin Rams. Before we meet the starting lineups this evening, let's please stand for pregame prayer from Badin senior Ainsley Brandenburg and remain standing as we honor America with our national anthem. Northwest, number 1, a 6'1" junior, James Gates. Number 2, a 6' senior, Diego Young. Number 3, a 5'11" senior, Nate Love. Number 11, a 6'2" senior, Bryce Bibbs. And number 4, a 6'6" senior, William Miller. Welcome back to Badin High School 1996 Badin Ram head coach of the Knights, Mr. Nick Argentati. Now let's meet your Rams. Number 1 and 6'2" senior Paige Goldberg. Number 10 and 5'11" sophomore Nate Linsmith.
Let's go, y'all, lock in.
6'2" junior, Alex Ritchie. Number 15, a 6'1" sophomore, Cooper Alice. And number 21, a 6'7" junior, Grant Westman. David Campbell is the manager tonight. The assistant coaches are Jason Starks from Mangio, Nick Brown, Scott Brazil, and Pastor, the head coach is Matt Kretke. Let's play basketball.
Big thank you to Dirk Allen for holding it down on the PA system, as he always does. All right, we've got Wisman and Miller ready for the tip-off. And Wisman taps it to Ritzy. Badin will have the first possession. Alice takes it, passes to Ritzy. Lindesmith making a cut, looks for the shot, can't find it. Now to Goldberg, back to Ritzy. Back to Goldberg on the outside. Lindesmith in the corner. He drives baseline and lays it in for the first points of the night. 2-0 lead for the Rams early.
Just like we talked about, having to get Nate Lindesmith involved early. There's quick 2 for him.
Now we've got Diego Yoon handling the ball for Northwest. Guarded by Lindesmith. Passes to number 3, Nate Love. Back to Yoon. Back to Nate Love. Looks for the shot. Ritzy closes. Number 11 in the corner. That's going to be Bryce Bibbs. Passes. Braden Miller on the outside. Back to Bibbs. Now to Yoon. Nate Love. We're just passing it around the 3-point mark.
It's partially because of Badin's 2-3 zone that they went back to.
Patrick, how do they beat that 2-3 zone? What are they going to have to do?
It's finding gaps like they did there. Short corners here, huge here, and just like that, kicks out, looking for 3 balls on the perimeter. Badin forcing Northwest to shoot.
Bryce Bibbs with the 3, and he sinks it. So the Knights take a 1-point lead after both teams have had a chance to possess the ball. Alice, the ball handler, guarded by Yoon. Goldberg makes a cut, but he passes to Ritzy. Wisman with the screen. Finds Alice. Hands it off to Pate. Screen put by Wisman. Alice pump fakes. Tries it. Can't get it. That rebound by Julius Gates. And that's Bryce Bibbs once again with the mid-range jumper. Yoon almost gets a steal on the back end. Alice takes it. Almost goes coast to coast, but it gets knocked out of his hands. That's going to be Nate Love missing that shot. Rebounded by Lindesmith. Ritzy finds Alice. Passes to Goldberg. Finds Wisman on the outside. Back to Ritzy.
Wisman's being patient early on Bryce Miller.
Back to Alice. Pate on the outside. Good closeout by Nate Love. Lindesmith from the top. Can't convert, but Wisman gets the board. Pate tries to cut. Doesn't get there in time. Wisman posting up. Back to Ritzy on the outside. He cuts. Guarded by Nate Love. Tries it. Good footwork. Can't finish it. As Bryce Bibbs comes up with the rebound on that possession.
Not a bad shot from Badin at all. A little long by Ritzy there.
Nate Love on the outside. Passes to Yoon. Nate Love again for three. Goes long, but Julius Gates rebounds it. Good defense by Wisman to force the turnover.
Bibbs not afraid to let it fly early. Let's see what happens in the future here.
Lindesmith on the outside. He has got a green light tonight, and he hits his first three. Badin ties the game 5-5.
Interesting point about Bryce Bibbs. He's only shot 23s on the season. I think he's already shot 3 tonight, so we'll keep track of that as the game progresses, but he's getting the green light from the coaches so far tonight.
And I wonder if we'll see a change in how Badin is going to defend him if he keeps shooting those threes. Bryce Bibbs hits the three.
He's got a nice-looking shot, though. I mean, if coaches are letting him have the green light, let him have it.
And if he can find that shot in the zone, I mean, they'll take that all night. Wisman hits the three. What a beautiful high-arcing shot. And they are just going blow for blow right now early in this one.
Both teams shooting ridiculously well from behind the arc to start.
Daniel Yoon to Nate Love. Good steal by Pate Goldberg. Passes up to Ritzy. Nate cutting across. Corrals the pass. Ooh, can't get the reverse layup. Smart play by Wisman to get it off of the Northwest player.
It's a great play from Wisman. Just to keep the ball alive, we got a couple subs coming in for Northwest.
Looks like we'll have number 5, Michael Humans, on the court for the first time tonight. And number 12, Desai Bronson. Daniel Yoon gets the steal, passes up to Bronson, who scores within his first minute in the game. Alice now being guarded by Michael Humans. Finds Lindesmith, shoots it, and he is just on fire tonight. Lindesmith with his second three.
Lindesmith letting it fly in quickly for the Rams tonight.
Bryce Bibb tries to answer, but hits the front end. Pass out to Yoon, pass out to Bronson. Rattles around the iron, and we got a foul on Northwest. That'll be on number 5, Michael Humans. First substitute for Badin. We've got Connor Wright in the game now.
Last game we covered, Mr. Stewart. Connor Wright had 11 points all in the third quarter and fourth quarter. It'll be interesting if he can keep going on those tonight.
Yeah, he was definitely that spark plug against CJ. We'll see if he can provide the same kind of support against the Knights. Goldberg has it, cuts in, passes out to Wisman. Miller closes out, and that's a good shot defense right there. Ritzy saves it, but it goes to Daniel Yoon. Passes up to Miller, to Bronson, and that's just really good ball movement on the fast break.
That is indeed. I mean, that's textbook right there from Miller, just making the defender choose and taking advantage of it.
Ritzy finds Lindesmith. Can he hit three? Oh. He had to miss at some point. And Connor Wright hits the baseline jumper to give Badin a 1-point lead.
Maybe a little bit of a heat check from Lindesmith there, but I don't hate the shot at all.
He's loving that spot there right in front of where we're sitting. Yoon has the ball. Passes to Bronson. Finds Miller in the middle. And Humans lays it in over Pate Goldberg. Nate Lindesmith handling the ball. Passes to Ritzy. Wisman setting the screen. He cuts to the basket. No pass. Goldberg. Good close out there by number 5. Wisman gets it and is fouled. That'll be an and one. Wisman going to the line to convert the 3-point play. We've got Nate Love and Julius Gates back in for the Knights.
Something to keep track of. Yormans has 2 fouls. Both fouls called tonight have been on him. He's got 2 for the Knights.
As Grant Wisman converts his first free throw of the night. Nate Love to Bronson. Julius Gates in that pocket. Passes out to Bryce Bibbs, who hits the baseline jumper.
He's playing really well tonight, and he's letting it fly from all over the place.
A lot of good shot selection, a lot of made shots tonight as Ritzy gets away with a dangerous pass there. Connor Wright guarded by Nate Love.
Badin spacing the ball around right now.
Ritzy looking for somebody. Lindesmith cuts to the baseline, finds Wisman, posts up Miller, and that's a really good finish.
It's great defense, but it's better offense right there from Wisman.
Miller tries to find Nate Love, and that's picked up by Lindesmith and laid in for the easy 2 points. Costly mistake by Northwest, and Badin takes advantage. And another steal by Lindesmith. And he hits the buzzer beater. Wow, in transition. Didn't get a chance to set his foundation, and he still hits it.
Incredible shot from Lindesmith there.
After 1 quarter, Badin leads 23-16. So after 1 quarter, Badin with a 7-point lead. Some really good offense by both teams, but Badin pulls ahead in this first one. What do they have to do to maintain it?
If we're going to keep maintaining this, Nate Lindesmith has to keep going with what he's gotten right now. He's had 13 points so far, shooting 3 for 5 from behind the arc. If Nate can keep this going, it's going to be a long night for the Knights.
I'm sure if we would have been in the huddle with Coach Krecky, he would have said, we got to play through Nate Lindesmith tonight.
Feed the hot hand right now.
Good double team there on the outside. Passes to Julius Gates. Defense by Wisman. That's a good steal by Pate Goldberg, but it goes out of bounds. It'll stay Northwest ball.
That's great help side defense from Goldberg there. Just getting a touch on the ball, but making Northwest Knights earn this possession.
Really good intensity, really good team defense tonight. Able to keep a lot of everything in front of him as Wisman is able to steal the ball from Julius Gates as he tries to go up. James Brink, the freshman in the game now, getting his first action of the night. Hands it off to Lindesmith. Wisman in the corner. Passes to Goldberg, shoots the 3, and that rattles out.
Don't hate the shot from Goldberg there, trying to find his rhythm tonight.
Bryce Bibbs takes it down, finds Miller underneath, but that looked like a block from Wisman. Unfortunately, Northwest getting all the rebounds right now, and Miller is able to put in really a 4th chance there. Connor Wright with the ball now, guarded by Bryce Bibbs. Lindesmith in the corner, guarded by Yoon. He goes, tries a difficult shot, definitely feeling hot tonight. Probably would have wanted to see a pass out there. Yoon with the ball. They're back in their 2-3 zone. Passes across the court to Bibbs. Good defense by Goldberg. Collision on the court. Lindesmith takes it, and he converts the fast break yet again.
It's good defense from Lindesmith. A little bit of contact, but I don't disagree with the no call from the referees on that one.
Let him play. Julius Gates finds Yoon, and he hits a contested shot.
Two-sport athlete, knew he was their quarterback in football, and he's got an absolute great jump shot from behind the arc.
Connor Wright Almost loses it. Then gets blocked by Miller, but they're going to say he fouled him. That'll be 2 shots for Connor Wright.
Coach Arden Fadi for the Knights is not happy about that one.
Misses the first. Wright's a 50% free throw shooter, so stats say he'll hit this second one. Drew Enninger comes into the game for the first time. And he does indeed hit that second shot. Nate Love with the ball. Really good defense by Badin. That's tipped.
A lot of pressure from the Rams to start.
Enninger tries to commit to the steal, but just barely out of reach. And that'll be Michael Humans able to get the easy layup. Northwest trails by 3. Enninger on the outside finds Brink. Guarded by Love. Brink gets him to jump. A difficult shot, and he hits that one.
That is a great shot from James Brink. That's a tough one to make, but he did it over top of the defender.
Very dynamic player. Lots of movement in there on offense and on defense. Nate Love finds Yoon. Julius Gates in the middle. Passes to Humans underneath. And again, really good ball movement from the Knights. Seems like they're starting to figure out that 2-3 zone just a little bit.
The Rams have extended their 2-3 zone to 3/4 court, and I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Krecky pulls that back a little bit. The Knights are getting a lot of easy shots at the rim.
Ollis with some good handling. Guarded by Yoon. Finds Enninger on the outside. Passes to Goldberg. Guarded by Gates. Loses it for a second, but able to recover. Ollis drives in. Not able to finish the difficult shot. Oh, but gets a hand on it. Almost causes a turnover. Nate Love with the ball. Passes to Yoon. Trying to find someone to pass to.
Yeah,
eventually finds Gates.
Rams are in man now, so interesting what the Knights go to here.
Giving him a different look. Good board by Yoon. And he's able to just lay it up off the glass for 2 more points. Really good offensive possessions for Northwest to try and claw into this lead from the Rams a little bit. Brink drives. And that's going to be a foul on Drew Enninger. So offensive foul, not what you want to see when you're only up by 1 point.
Had a moving screen there on Enninger, but he's checked out. And Lennon Smith was not on the court there. I wanted to mention that, seeing who would step up for the Rams, but he's back out here now.
And along with Linda Smith, Wisman. So we'll see if there's an uptick in defense as well. Humans from the outside. Can't hit that 3. Brink gets the board. Passes to Ollis, who takes it up the court. Brink again. Guarded by Bronson. Good defense. Picks up his dribble. Finds Ollis. Wisman in the middle. Almost tries a mid-range. Good defense by Miller. And that's going to be another and 1 as Wisman gets fouled and makes the shot.
Wisman is having a feast tonight in the lane tonight on Braden Miller. Wisman simply muscling Miller tonight on the boards.
Yeah, it seems like Wisman is really feeling his footwork tonight. All kinds of turns and pivots as he converts that and 1. Miller not too happy with his 2 foul calls, that's for sure. Yoon with the ball. Passes to Humans. Back to Yoon. Back in man for this possession. Bryce Bibbs with the ball. Haven't seen him in a minute. Mid-range shot is just right. And that's a good board by Wisman. The freshman, Brink with the ball now. Passes to Alice. Good cut by Wisman. Wow. And a great block by Yoon. He really got up there.
He did on that one. That's a great offensive possession from the Rams. A little slip screen from Wisman on this screen away. And Diego had just great block on that.
We've got Nate Love and Julius Gates back in the game now for Northwest, as a technical foul is called on the Northwest bench. Best free throw shooter on the team, Pate Goldberg. We'll see if he takes these for the Rams.
He's at the scorer's table now, so he's not technically in the game. With him out, I would see Nate Lindensmith shooting here, but Coach Krecky wants him in the game with the foul called.
And it'll be Connor Wright that Krecky sends to the foul line.
I think there was some words said after the play to Wisman from Diego Yoon, so we'll see if we can get this sorted out.
Some discussion being had by the refs. If that's the case, and there were some words exchanged, you have to wonder what was said exactly, especially after such a big play like that block. And it will be Pate Goldberg taking these.
So it's Goldberg. The ball went out of bounds, and so the refs are saying that after the ball went out of bounds, the words were exchanged. Therefore, Goldberg's sub counts, and Goldberg's able to go to the line.
And he goes 1 of 2. Badin leading by 5 as they'll get the ball back at midcourt. Alice will inbound. We've got a new face in here for the Knights, number 22, Jackson Calloway. So some more size down under the basket to try and hinder Wisman at least a little bit. Goldberg with the nifty pass, little low, goes right through Wisman's legs, and that'll be a turnover for the Rams.
Callaway checking out now, but he was a JV player for the Knights earlier today. Had some absolute crazy bounce on him, dunking with ease.
And Callaway is just a sophomore, so an exciting player to watch for the future if you're a Knights fan. Daniel Yoon passes to Bronson. Bryce Bibbs at the top of the arc. Back to Bronson. Bibbs guarded by Alice. He pokes it free, is able to save it, passes to Wisman. We're in transition. Wisman with the Euro, lays it in. Beautiful, beautiful fast break there for Badin.
Like you said earlier, Wisman's feeling his footwork, and it continues over there with the Euro step.
As Brink almost gets another turnover. Bryce Bibbs in the corner, can't hit the three, and Brink will get another rebound. Passes to Goldberg. Lindesmith in the corner. Now to Brink. Is able to complete the path. And Wisman unable to hit that mid-range jumper.
That's a great find from Brink there, trying to find Wisman at the elbow. It's just maybe a little quick shot from Wisman there. I don't think he fully set his feet.
We've got about 1:30 left in the half. Badin leading by 7. Daniel Yoon has the ball. Miller sets a screen, finds Gates on the outside, passes to Bronson. Miller on the outside. Wisman closes out. That three is wide right, and Goldberg gets the rebound. Something happened there on the handle, but able to recover. Alice now has it. And now we've got Northwest in a 2-3 zone. Goldberg in the corner. Money.
That's textbook offense against 2-3 zone. Finding the corner, finding the opening, Goldberg able to knock it down from behind the arc.
Bronson has the ball, passes to Miller. Bryce Bibbs back. Julius Gates. We've got a mismatch down low. Thankfully, Wisman sees it and is able to help out Alice there. Pate Goldberg with the ball. He's got space, and he's going to take it all the way for 2.
Crafty finish from the senior there. Just taking advantage of Braden Miller's length going underneath him.
Northwest not able to get back in transition quick enough, and Goldberg makes him pay. Daniel Yoon with the ball. Passes to Gates. Now to Bronson. Miller on the outside. Now to Bibbs. Lindesmith on Miller. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Great take by Lindesmith in order to draw the charge on Miller. And that's his third foul going into the half. Got about 6 seconds left.
Miller not happy about that call. He wanted to block. He wanted to go get an and one there. Lindesmith, only sophomore. Great basketball IQ to take charge there.
And all it really took was just a little bit of shoulder there from Miller, and Lindesmith was able to force the ref to call it. Brink can't hit the three before the buzzer, and we'll go into halftime with Badin leading 39-27.
Brian Jett, yours for the Badin. Congrats, Brian. And thanks for your support of the Badin baseball program this evening. Go back to Friday night, girls varsity basketball. David Carroll is here, girls basketball.
All right, we're about to get ready for the second half of basketball tonight. Obviously, great half for Badin, scoring 39 points, going into the half leading by 12. Patrick, what do they have to do to finish this one out in the W column?
Badin is shooting extremely well from behind the arc tonight. 5 for 11 for them. Shooting well all around, actually, as a team. 66% on field goals tonight. If they want to keep doing that, they're going to have a great time tonight winning this game. I think if you're Northwest, you got to stop Nate Lindesmith. Nate Lindesmith, 15 points, shooting extremely well from behind the arc. He slowed down in the second quarter, had a very good first quarter, only had 4 in the second. Northwest going to need to keep getting Bryce Bibbs involved. He's the leading scorer for them, 8 points.
And defensively, what do you think Badin's going to try and do to slow down Bibbs coming out into the second half?
You know, I really think a box and one, if anything that they're going to switch up, they'll go to that. If not, I could see them very well just going back to the 2-3 zone, maybe trapping a little bit more on Bibbs if he gets in the corner, just trying to get the ball out of his hands. But other than that, the Rams are playing great defense tonight. Holding Northwest to 27 points and a half is not easy to do at all.
And all right, we've got seconds left on the clock as both teams jog out onto the court. We'll have Nate Lindesmith inbounding at half court. And the second half is off. Alex Ritzie guarded by Julius Gates, able to find Goldberg on the cross-court pass. Wisman down low on the baseline. Alice makes a cut, looks him off, passes out to Lindesmith, drives in, difficult shot, unable to come up with points to start out the second half. Passes to Bibbs, spin move, and the easy layup on the other end.
Good start for Bibbs in the second half. Let's see if he can keep going.
And Northwest now pressing further down the court than they did in the first half. Nifty pass down to Wisman, who finds Goldberg on the outside, and he scores Badin's first points of the half.
Grant Wisman has a sneaky good court vision, able to find Goldberg on a quick pass there. Goldberg knocks it down for 3.
Nate Love with the ball now, passes to Bibbs, guarded by Alice. He drives in, finds Yoon on the outside, finds Nate Love, wants to go down low to Miller, but Wisman right there with him. Bibbs, again, spin move. And Badin is called on the foul. That looks like it's going to go against Grant Wisman. That'll be his first foul of the night. And Bibbs will shoot 2. A rare miss from Bryce Bibbs as he's shooting 78% from the charity stripe.
Bibbs not one to get to the line often. He's only shot 32 free throws on the year.
And he misses both of those. Ball doesn't lie, apparently. Alice with the moon pass to Goldberg, and he's fouled on the other end. That foul is going to go against... That's going to go against Miller. That's his 4th foul.
We're not going to see a lot more of Miller tonight. I would be very surprised if Coach Argentati doesn't pull him out, at least for the remainder of the third quarter, probably for a majority of the fourth quarter as well.
And Goldberg misses his first shot. We've got Mikel Humans checking in, along with number 11, Bryce Bibbs, who had a short rest on the bench. Little surprised they're not going to Jackson Calloway, who's got that size underneath. We'll see if Badin can take advantage of the mismatch down low. As an errant pass almost goes out of bounds, Bryce Bibbs able to save it. He finds Humans, passes to Love. Shot was there for a second. Good closeout by Lindesmith. Humans has it on the other end. Closeout by Ritzie, and he shorts it on the front end of the iron. Ritzie now going up court. Wanted the long pass to Lindesmith, but good job by Northwest getting in that passing lane. And there's that size mismatch down low with Brady Miller not in there.
Well, fancy footwork from number 21, Grant Wisman there. The up and under. Great move from Wisman.
Yoon on the outside. Now guarded by Wisman. Passes to Bibbs. Julius Grant wants to post up Goldberg. Turn, finds Human. Nate Love in the corner. Just a little too strong, and that goes off the iron. Ritzie will take it over half court. Finds Alice. Now to Lindesmith. Now to Goldberg. Passes to Alice, wide open. Not able to convert, but Lindesmith gets the offensive board. Passes to Ritzy. And he tries a long two. That won't go, but Alice elevating. Lindesmith in the corner. And that's too strong, and Northwest will have the ball now.
Great job on the boards from Badin there. Unfortunate, not able to get a make on that shot.
We got Julius Gates again wanting to post up. Finds the pass. Good ball movement by this Knights squad. Yoon drives on Goldberg. Good block. And we're in transition. Off to the races. Goldberg. Great block by Gates on the other side. And they'll say that goes off of Goldberg. It'll be Knights ball.
Great defense on both sides of the ball there. Julius Gates gets one. On Goldberg, you got him on the possession before.
So a bit of revenge on the other end as we got 3 new subs in for the Knights. Number 12, Desai Bronson. Number 22, Jackson Calloway. So making up for some of that size down low. And then for the first time tonight, we've got number 21, Trevante Thomas, who has the ball right now at the top of the key. Passes to Humans. Drives on Goldberg, unable to finish. Ritzy comes up with the ball. Finds Goldberg, passes back to Alice, to Ritzy, to Lindesmith. Wisman down low. Drives on Calloway. The fade. Goldberg able to get the rebound. Lindesmith wide open from 3. Ooh, can't convert. I was ready for this place to erupt. And just an unfortunate series of events for Badin there, but they'll still get the ball. I thought that might have gone off of a white jersey last.
I did too. I thought Nate Lindesmith kicked that ball out of bounds, but Coach Crecky's not complaining.
And we'll call a timeout here. Called by Badin, it looks like.
You know, Mr. Stewart, Badin on track right now to win back-to-back games. First time the Rams will do so, if it happens tonight, since November of 2021 when they beat Springboro in Summit Country Day.
Yeah, hopefully some consistency, some good wins. You know, start stacking those, and eventually we can get this thing rolling in the right direction. Not a lot of consistency for Badin over the past couple years. Coach Crecky trying to get on track here with back-to-back wins, potentially, if they can hold on for the last 12 minutes of the game.
Trending in the right direction right now is Badin.
We're coming out of the timeout. Alice will inbound. Lindesmith guarded by Bronson. He's got 2 on him now. Northwest pressuring. Finds Alice. Goes baseline. Nifty move. Unable to finish it. And Calloway comes away with the board. Looks like they're going to call Alice with a foul. That'll be his first.
I think Alice might be forcing things a little bit tonight. It was a great move by him. Tough lay. Not able to get it to go.
Badin not played with a lead for too much of this season. How are the players going to have to change their mindset compared to what has been kind of an underdog scratch and claw to get back into the game? They've got a comfortable lead right now. How does their approach have to change?
The approach changes. You're going for longer possessions here. You're up 16 right now. You got to go for longer possessions against these types of teams in Northwest where they can score bunches and very quickly.
And a really good possession there by Northwest, unable to come away with any points, as an over-the-back foul is going to get called on Calloway. That'll be his first. Alex Ritzy looks to inbound, and they've actually put a defender on Ritzy on the baseline. Try and do anything to force a turnover right here. Connor Wright, guarded by Nate Love. Looking for Ritzy. They've got to do something to move forward, and he finds Goldberg across half court.
Numbers for the Rams.
Almost had an opportunity there. Bit of a bullet pass from Goldberg. Luckily, Enninger was able to corral that one. Good cut from right, but he can't hit the short jumper. Nate Love, transition, looking for someone. Finds Bronson. Passes to Trevante Thomas, who drives in, and he's able to finish off the tough layup. Good defense by Goldberg.
The Rams have gone back to man-to-man, and if I'm Coach Kreike here, I might think about going back to the 2-3 zone. It was working really well, and the Rams aren't switching as well as I think Coach Kreike might have hoped.
For now, Rams are navigating that press defense pretty well. Some close calls so far, but nothing that'll hurt you. As Goldberg has it. Good cut by Ritzy. Stops on a dime. Tries the spin. Unable to finish that one. And it looks like Humans has the ball now. Going coast to coast. And he lays it in. Northwest wants a foul. They're not getting one.
Humans going over top of Drew Enninger there. Great ups from number 5.
And that'll be a blocking foul on Nate Love. His first. As we've got 3 fresh players in for the Knights. Looks like Bryce Bibbs, Daniel Yoon, and Julius Gates. And for the Rams, Wisman coming in to relieve Enninger.
So starters for the Knights tonight without Miller. We'll see how Callaway can gel with the starters.
James Brink handling the ball. Again, gets doubled, able to find right. Wisman, Lindesmith in the corner. He shorts that one, goes off the front end of the iron. Goes out of bounds, and that'll stay with Badin.
It's a great hustle by Wisman. Good job on the offensive boards. Keeping the possession alive for the Rams.
Nifty play by Wright. But Julius Gates able to block it. Doesn't matter. Badin gets the ball back. Brink loses it. That turnover's forced by Daniel Yoon. Diego Yoon.
I've seen Wright do that play a couple of times. That's a great play. Tried to make a little bit of contact on that one. Unable to get it to go at the rim.
Diego Yoon with the ball. Badin back in a 2-3 zone. Gates on the outside. Connor Wright tries to jump the pass. Able to get back in time. And that's a great move by Gates, but unable to finish. Board by Goldberg. Passes up to Brink. Up to Wright. And Callaway too late with the block attempt. As Badin goes up 14. Minute left to play in the third quarter.
Great transition ball movement for the Rams. Pushing the ball up the floor. Brink to Wright. Nothing better than that.
Julius Gates on the outside. Good closeout by Brink. Finds Thomas in the middle. Out to Bibbs. Goes off the back end of the iron. Good block by Wisman.
Big fella sending it back.
Good find by Wright to get it to Wisman. Wright on the outside. Shoots the 3, and he hits it. Wright with his first 3 of the game.
Here comes our third quarter player, Connor Wright, just like he did against Springboro.
And that 3 by Gates won't go. Rebound by Wisman. Lindesmith has the ball. 20 seconds. That'll stay with the Rams. Nate Love was able to poke it free, but he was the last one that touched it.
The Rams trying to get one more possession here, holding for the last shot, I would suppose, are the Rams.
Lindesmith with the ball. Guarded by Bibbs. Screened by Wisman. Goldberg in the corner. And he hits it.
Great find from Wisman. Great shot from Goldberg.
Badin leads by 20. And Brink intercepts the pass but unable to get a shot off before the buzzer. Badin will go into the fourth quarter with a 20-point lead as they look to close this one out. As we get ready to start the fourth quarter of action here, Badin holding a 20-point lead, 53-33, looking for their first back-to-back wins in a little over a year. November 2021, last time Badin had back-to-back wins in a season. Bronson drives in, tries to scoop it over Wisman, unable to convert, but then Trevante Thomas gets the board and is fouled on the shot. That foul will go on Pate Goldberg, his first. And Thomas goes to the line.
Something to note, Braden Miller back in the game. He has 4 fouls. We'll see if the Rams go straight at him. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Goldberg or Wright go straight at number 24, Miller, down in the paint.
And now Trevante Thomas, 6 for 16 on the season from the free throw line. And he'll make it 7 for 17. And Badin leads by 19. Northwest keeping up the press that they had last quarter. Lindesmith gets it over half court, doubled, finds Wisman. Goldberg has it, guarded by Nate Love. Northwest in man-to-man right now. Connor Wright left alone on the outside, shoots the three, and he hits it.
That shot is silky smooth from Wright, over top of the taller defender.
Some confusion there on the back line for Northwest as they just left Wright wide open in the corner. Bronson, errant pass, sends it over the head of Nate Love, who is the intended recipient. Some substitutions on both sides. Brady Miller back in the game for Northwest, and then Alex Ritzie in for the Rams.
Here comes the press from Northwest, just simply trying to speed up the Rams, force a couple turnovers.
Goldberg almost went with the shot, but Yoon closed out. Wisman tries to score on Miller. He blocks it. Goldberg tries, also doesn't make it, but Badin somehow comes up with the ball yet again.
Smart play by Goldberg just to reset the possession, give it to Ritzie up top.
Goldberg has it, finds Ritzie. Wisman on the outside, guarded by Miller. Posts up, and he hits the hook shot. Beautiful finish from Wisman.
Little baby hook from Wisman over top of Miller.
Nate Love and Yoon passing back and forth. Fakes the pass to Miller, shoots the three, but it's too strong. Connor Wright has the ball, guarded by Trevante Thomas. Pulls up jumper, can't hit it. Wisman gets the board. Looks like he steps out of bounds, though, so it'll be Knight's ball.
Right on that one, he has the ability to stop on a dime and pull up off a jump shot. It's a very tough shot to make, and he goes a little long on that one.
New face in for the Knights. Number 23, Carter Berg, a junior. Coming in at 6'3", he's a guard. Berg, first shot of the game. It's short, goes off the front end of the iron. Connor Wright gets the rebound. Deep pass to Wisman, and he lays it in for the easy bucket. Timeout called by Northwest, and Badin has a 26-point lead. As we continue the fourth quarter, Badin and Northwest met every year for the past 17 years, dating all the way back to 2005. This will be the 18th meeting. Badin in that time frame, 12-5, looking to make it 13-5 tonight. Diego Yoon with the ball. Passes to Bibbs. Miller on the outside corner, and he hits a three over Goldberg. So trying to get Brady Miller involved on offense a little bit. As we've got a foul called. It'll be on number 2, Diego Yoon. That'll be his second foul.
Miller's only got 5 points tonight. He's averaging 11.3. That was a good shot from him in the corner. Northwest definitely trying to get him involved right now.
We've got Ritzy here on Carter Berg. Dribbles around him. Goes to the corner. Finds Wisman at the top. Hands it off to Alice. Tries to drive, but too much traffic, and he loses the ball. Diego Yoon with the steal. And the Northwest faithful want a foul called on Connor right there. Same shot as last time. Brady Miller in the corner, and he hits the second three.
With Miller hitting those back-to-back shots, I could definitely see, as the timeout's called by Connor right on the floor, he was getting trapped. I could see the Rams trying to go right at him on this possession. We'll see what Coach Cosgrove draws up for the Rams.
Definitely some juice for this Northwest offense with Brady Miller back in the game. Some early fouls led to him needing to be sat. We'll see how the rest of this game plays out. The 5 out there on the court for the Knights. We've got Yoon, Miller, Berg, Bibbs, and Humans. Again, that last play, a timeout called by Connor Wright as Northwest was able to trap him, force him to pick up his dribble. Alice looking to inbound. We've got Alice, Wright, Ritzy, Goldberg, and Wisman on the floor for the Rams. Alice finds Ritzy. And Ritzy not able to find a white jersey, and he throws it out of bounds. Berg inbounds to Diego Yoon. Good recovery by Wright. Finds Humans. Pass to Miller. Back out to Yoon. He goes at Wright. Finds Miller. Baseline jumper. Unable to get it. Wisman with the board. Connor Wright gets the foul called. That'll be on Michael Humans. His third foul of the game. 4:25 left in this one. Alice finds Wright. Bryce Bibbs guarding. Carter Berg joins him. He finds Alice. Goldberg in the corner, but the pass is tipped. Alice cuts in, finds Wisman. And Miller able to stop that one, but Wisman gets the board. Can't convert. And it looks like that'll be a foul called. That foul is called on Grant Wisman, his second foul.
Unfortunate for Wisman, not able to capitalize on that one. Braden Miller played some great defense there, knowing he has 4 fouls, just staying straight up, making Wisman play around him.
Diego Yoon with the ball. Drives in, finds Braden Miller. Long 2, and he hits it. Alice to Lindesmith.
Miller's coming alive here in the second half, trying to mount a comeback for the Knights.
Good ball movement for the Rams here as they try to navigate this press. Alice has it, guarded by Bibbs. Wisman. Alice sets a screen, he takes it, and that's going to be Miller's 5th foul. And Braden Miller's night here is done, it looks like.
Miller really came alive here in the second half. Had 2 points at the end of the first half. Ended with 10 tonight. Unfortunately, his night is done early. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. His fifth foul.
Just under his season game averages. I'm sure Krecky's pretty happy with his team's defensive performance on Braden Miller tonight. This pressure causing a little bit of issues for the Rams as they try and complete these passes to find the open man. Pate Goldberg has it. Passes to Ritzy. That's poked away by Berg, but it'll stay with the Rams.
The Northwest contingent wanting to push off on Ritzy on that one. I don't disagree with the no call. I definitely could have seen it from the ref as he did extend his forearm. No call from the refs.
Badin's offense kind of stagnating as that's an 8-0 run for the Knights that we're currently in. What do they have to do to inject some life back into this offense?
Yeah, there's been a lot of turnovers and compounding turnovers for Rams. If they want to get out of this slump that they're in right now, I would say definitely slow down on the press. That's where the majority of Northwest turnovers are coming. Just slow down the offense here. Get a couple good looks at the rim with Wisman.
And Wisman gets a foul call on him as Nate Love tries to go up under the basket. That's Wisman's third foul. Probably won't see any changes in his play time, though, as there's only about 3 minutes left in the game.
Like I was saying, if we get a couple good looks from Wisman down at the bottom of the floor in the blocks, I could either see that happening for the Rams or Nate Lindensmith putting the game on ice with a three-pointer here.
Nate Love misses his first and the second. Wisman gets the rebound, finds Brink. We've got a 3-on-2 here, but Bryce Bibbs makes an incredible defensive play. Takes the ball, he's going down the court, goes right at Wisman, but too strong with the layup. As Wisman, looks like he got a piece of that one by Humans. Again, another foul call on Wisman. That'll be his fourth. And maybe Krecky thinks about putting in Eniger to finish out this game.
I would definitely think about putting in Eniger here. Wisman picking up his fourth. Seeming like Bibbs is getting a lot of offensive rebounds, causing Wisman to get a couple fouls here. Wouldn't be surprised if they stick Wisman here, and if he picks up his fifth, then Eniger comes in.
Bibbs hits the first. And the second. Alice will rebound. Finds Wisman deep down the court, and they're going to call foul on Nate Love. Got a little handsy there as Wisman went up to get the pass. And Wisman will go to the line for 1-and-1. Hits the front end of the 1-and-1, and Nate Love, who the foul was called on, gets the rebound. Finds Carter Berg, back out to Bibbs. Bibbs guarded by Lindesmith. He calls off Humans. Diego Yoon finds Berg. It goes off his foot, and that's just really unfortunate to see for the Knights.
That's a big break from Badin there. Needed a turnover or a steal there, and they got it.
Pate Goldberg tries the crafty finish, unable to go. Bryce Bibbs with the ball once again. Some good defense by the Rams, but Northwest able to get some offensive boards as Badin just can't get the ball. And Wisman finally says, give me that. That's mine. He finds Alice. Brink, guarded by Berg, back out to Lindesmith. About a minute and a half left in this one.
Rams slowing the offense down here. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to hold out.
Currently a 10-0 run for Northwest. Offense has definitely stagnated in these last couple minutes for the Rams. It's a bit of a mismatch there with Wisman being covered by Love on the outside.
I'm sure if the Knights were not on a 10-0 run, I'm sure Wisman would try to take advantage of that.
As Nate Love gets the steal on the errant pass from Lindesmith, intended for Wisman. And that's now a 12-0 run. Badin has not scored since going up 60-34. It is now 60-46. Northwest makes a couple substitutions. We're seeing number 13 for the first time tonight, A.J. Goins, along with Trevante Thomas back in the game, Desai Bronson, and then Berg and Human still out there. Ritzy with the ball, gets doubled, looking for somebody, finds Alice, almost turns it over. Back out to Ritzy, gets it over half court. Wisman has it, finds Brink. They're just going to take it out. And it doesn't really look like Badin's all that interested in scoring at this point.
I don't blame him either. Northwest on a 12-0 run. If you score here, you're just giving Northwest more time to possibly mount a comeback. You never know what's going to happen in that.
And the Rams' ball security has been much better on this possession. Wisman finds Alice. He had a wide-open shot, and he'll just hold it. And it looks like the final score for this one is going to be 60-46 as your Rams, with back-to-back wins, will defeat Northwest 60-46. Patrick, what was your key to the game tonight?
I got a couple for the Rams. Couple key players of the game per se. One being Grant Wisman, number 21. He handled Braden Miller the entire game. Braden Miller had a couple late points in the second half, but Wisman ended the game with 19. Another player of the game for the Rams, number 10, the sophomore, Nate Linden-Smith, coming off a career high of 19 at McNicholas, followed that game up. 15 points of his own tonight for the Rams.
Definitely a dynamic duo, both on the outside and down low. We'll look to continue this winning streak on Friday here against Carroll. We'll be back here for the broadcast for that. From Mulcahy Gym, this is Sean Stewart and Patrick Ray signing off. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Go Rams.